I'm Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News and Celebrity Gossip TV for Sunday, June the 15th. In entertainment news, well, according to Neighborhood Talk, um, Lil Wayne's daughter, Reginae, goes off on the social users calling who called the Carter 6 trash. She says, "My dad was talking real bleep. Take y'all minds out of the TikTok world. Please move in silence like the G in lasagna." So, as you know, the Carter 6 album, when it was released, a lot of people weren't really feeling the album. They didn't like it whatsoever. They thought maybe the production was bad, or the lyrics or the song was bad as a whole, but they didn't like the album at all. They thought it was complete garbage. That's what a lot of people thought. And Lil Wayne's daughter took offense to that, and she went on a crazy rant. Here's what she had to say. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. Let's get to it, guys.
Sex is trash. That's fine. That's what you want to say. But let me tell you something about my father and Carter 6. This is what I hate about you kids. The the fact that y'all can get on TikTok and do a fucking dance to it, that don't mean that it's trash, babe. Okay? The fact that you can get on TikTok and do a little 1-2 little viral moment for it, that don't mean that it's trash, babe. My dad was talking real shit. It's stuff on that album that you can hear in 2K in games at fucking.
Can you really blame her? I can't. I don't. I can't really blame her for stepping in to defend her father. I mean, you can't blame her for doing that. I mean, her own flesh and blood. So she's gonna have to, despite all the criticism of the album, she's gonna do what a daughter is supposed to do, is to defend her dad. So I can't knock her for that. I gotta respect the fact that she's actually doing what she's supposed to be doing, defending her father's name and the album that he put up, whether you like the album or not. I gotta respect that. Um, I gotta respect that. But let's continue with what she has to say.
Malls and all type of stuff. It's universal, my love. Y'all need to take y'all minds out of the TikTok world and get to the real bag. Whereas my dad is a lyricist, babe. My dad really talks shit. So if you can't understand it, please move silent like the GM lasagna and get the fuck out of here. Thanks. Now that's my last time because I already.
So you heard what she had to say. She went on a crazy tirade to defend her father. So a lot of people chimed in, and here's what they had to say. Um, Someone says here, Lynn Foreign. Lynn Foreign says she gonna crash out every time about her parents. She's just like me, for real. I love how she goes hard for her dad. That's Nattel's 159. Let's see what else people are saying here. We're just chiming on the comments. A lot of people had a lot to say about this. We're gonna get to that. We're trying to get to the comments about this. Um, this is an interesting comment here. Aquarius Energy says two things can be true. Wayne is a great artist, and his last album a can be dumpster juice. So people, again, they weren't improving the last album. They didn't like it. They thought it was trash. Like I said. Um, Another person says here. They said here. She she don't play about her dad. I love I love that about her. She don't play about her when it comes to her father. Another person says famous people are like toddlers and everything is fine when they get that way, but when they can't, boom, temper tantrums. So these are the comments that and reaction people had for Lil Wayne's daughter. Um, my thoughts and opinion on this are, like I said earlier, um, I didn't like the album. I didn't like the album myself. I heard the album. I didn't like it. I wasn't. I agree with what the public's saying. I didn't like the album. I wasn't really in. I wasn't. I didn't. I wasn't really moved and excited when I heard the song. It didn't move me or excite me. But at the same time, um, I wouldn't go as far as disrespecting Lil Wayne. I'm not going to disrespect him. He's a legendary artist. He's a very good artist. It's just the last album I wasn't really feeling it. But like I said, I wouldn't go as far as trashing his name and throwing him under the bus overall. Because overall, he's a great artist. Um, he's had a his music career has done well. Like I said, one bad album doesn't really define an artist. If you have one bad album, it's not really going to define and ruin your music career or ruin your music reputation. In my opinion, it doesn't do that just because it's one bad album. He's still he's still a legendary artist in my opinion. And like I said, her daughter his daughter had every right to step in and defend her father. She had every right. So I don't like I said I don't blame her for doing what she did. I commend her for that, um, for stepping in and defending her dad and defending all the backlash. Um, so I had no problems with that. She did what she did. She did what a daughter is supposed to do to honor and defend her father, whether the album was trash or not. She did what she's supposed to do. So I have no problems with that. Like I said, my take with the album, I wasn't really impressed with it, but I'm not going to go as far as to um, trash Little Wayne, throw him under the bus, and just throw dirt on his name because he's still a legendary artist. Even though he had the one bad album, he's still a legendary artist. He's still legendary. He's still a great artist. So I mean, it doesn't like I said one bad album is not going to define Little Wayne. That's not going to define his music career or anything of that nature. Because he's still, like I said, he's still a good artist in my opinion. He's still a very good artist. So for people to take it to an extreme where it shouldn't be for Lil Wayne having a bad album, like if you're gonna criticize the album, but you don't want to get to a point where you're taking personal attacks at the guy or making personal attacks on the guy. I wouldn't go that far. That's kind of out of bounds. I wouldn't do that. That's just my thoughts and opinion on that. But like I said, um, I I don't have no problems with what his daughter did. She did the right thing to defend her dad. I commend her for that. Even though, like I said, I wasn't impressed with the album, but I still like Lil Wayne overall. I think he's a great artist. He's a legendary artist. I still like Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne still. He's a very good artist. So, like I said, one bad album ain't gonna define his career. It's not gonna mess up his music career, in my opinion. It doesn't do that. That's my thoughts and opinion on that. Hit the like and subscribe button. More entertainment news, celebrity gossip TV. That's all I gotta say. Until next time, peace and love.